Very good morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you are, ladies and gentlemen. This is a doubleheader of recording on International Women's Day. We're going to tie this in. I've got a great gentleman here. He is a coach, a teacher, an author, an educator, and a heavy influencer in today's world. He impacts everyone from all age groups. He is a great friend of mine. Love his theme. Go get it. Chip Baker from the Success Chronicles. How are you, my friend? Great to have you on the show.
Man, I am great. Thanks so much for having me. I've been excited about this, but really been looking forward to it.
Well, it's great to have you, man. We've been connected for quite a while here on LinkedIn, where we met on that particular platform. And just tell us, I know you've been in education a long time. We had a recap in the green room, and it's been a while since we've actually had a lengthy chat. And man, I remember you're involved in a lot of things. Your home is Texas, I believe. Yeah, that's your home state. You've been involved in education for 20 some odd years. You are a football player, a football coach, and a powerlifting coach, and an author. How did you get started in the journey of the Success Chronicles? Because that's how I met you, and that's still what resonates with me, and the whole saying of go get
it. Well, first, I just want to say, man, I've truly been blessed and fortunate to be raised by and be around some great people in my life. I'm a fourth generation educator. Like you said, I'm in my 23rd year of education. I coached football for 20 years, football and powerlifting. And I still teach as well now. But about 6 years ago, I started doing the Success Chronicles. And what that is that's my YouTube channel and podcast where I interview people from all walks of life and share their stories for positive inspiration and motivation. And so it's truly been a blessing. It's truly been a neat journey. You know, when I started, I just wanted to highlight and show appreciation to some of those amazing people in my life. And little did I know that it would grow at a crazy rate, and I would get to connect with great people like yourself,
thanks, man.
build bonds and relationships, and I'm truly grateful for that.
Yeah, as we really should be. We should be grateful for a lot of things. I mean, think of what's going on in the world. Yeah. Think of what some people went through, especially these last 2 years. Think about what's going on in the Ukraine. I mean, you sit back, think about what inflation's doing to households. And if you could hold it all together, you got a lot to be grateful for. I mean, that, cheers to that. I'm going to crack. I'm actually pouring here. I know you don't drink, but I'm pouring here a rosé from Tavel. This is in the Southern Rhone, the Rhone Valley in France. So this is getting into a warm and dry climate, lots of sunshine throughout the year. And they produce these very dark rosés. That appellation is dedicated to rosé. On the earlier show, I had my great friend Jennifer Simonati Bryan talk about a book she wrote on rosé and how rosé exploded for the last 20 years. But it's a very friendly food wine, very popular now in the United States. White Zinfandel, I'm sure you've come across it. Yeah. So it's a big hit. Very fruity, lots of cherry, strawberry, a bit of raspberry inflections in here. Great with things like salmon. And trout in particular, this style. So it just gives you something to think about. Cheers to you, brother.
Thank you so much.
That's enough of that. But let's get into it. I mean, you also write a book, and there's something I'm going to bring up here right now because we are talking and recording. This won't be out on International Women's Day, but it is recording during International Women's Day. And there's a lot of very influential women out there that have done great things. I mean, I was blessed to have a twin sister. She's unfortunately no longer with us. But you have, and I've had a lot of influence with women around me, but I just want to take a look here. First of all, this is, I'm not sure. Hold on. Let's just back up here for a second. I'm just trying to find what I was looking for. I have something else here that I do not want up. It was the rosé book. So what I'm trying to find here is what I'm looking at here. But here, let's go to this instead. Yeah, exactly. You have an interview going on here, and this celebrates the 3rd edition of your marquee book. And I'm going to see if I can share that because this is, here we go. So this is talking about the impact of influence. And I'm just going to play this quickly because this does an intro into you.
Good morning from sunny Philadelphia. My name is Andrea Bittner, and I am one of the proud contributing authors of The Impact of Influence, Volume 3, Women's Edition. We are super excited to share this work with you, and we are even more excited to celebrate International Women's Day. So happy International Women's Day. We hope you get out there and encourage and inspire each other as we have done along our journey. We can't wait to meet you, and we encourage you to have your best day yet.
Hello, I'm Amy P. Kelly, and I am one of the contributing authors of The Impact of Influence, Volume 3. And today I would really like to encourage women to keep listening to each other. I love this book called Do Listen, Understand What's really being said, and find a new way forward right here. And one of the quotes in here says that listening only happens with time. Take the time, your life will expand. And what I've found with working with women all over the world is that we're still learning so much about each other. And when we take the time to really listen, respect is built on that foundation of listening. And then we're able to help each other and to really encourage and support each other as we move forward. So today, as we celebrate International Women's Day, I just want to encourage all of us to keep listening and to really focus on listening to each other.
Hello, my name is Valerie Adams, and I am a proud contributor and co-author for The Impact of Influence, Volume 3. This year, for International Women's Day, I'm going to be wearing the International Women's Day colors, purple, green, and white, representing justice, dignity, and hope. I'm also going to donate to Dress for Success, and I'm going to cross my arms to represent this year's theme, Breaking the Bias, calling out stereotypes and discrimination. Let's celebrate women every day, everywhere.
All right, I'm just going to stop sharing that.
So good.
That is. So we're going to stop that, but wow. What impact? I mean, this is some of the things you've written and you've had impact on. And this is incredible. What got you on that journey? Yeah, you know what? It's not every day somebody wakes up and goes, yeah, I just want to write a book. I mean, this is a lot of work. What motivated you?
Oh,
What
without a
inspired you?
doubt. Without a doubt, in our lives, we all have been influenced by someone or something. And it's influenced us in such a manner that it's impacted us and caused us to be the person or people that we are today. And so when I started The Impact of Influence, the volume 1, it was compiled of men that are, doing great things, all have, great movements. And we just talked about our stories of those people or situations that have impacted us, influenced us, and then what we learned from it, and then how we're using that to be a blessing to others in our life. And so then I did volume 2 with the men again, and then I was thinking, man, let's do the ladies. And so this is where we are, Impact of Influence volume 3, and it highlights ladies. We'll be dropping that, launching that soon, and it's the same thing. It's just great people that are doing amazing things in our world. And I'm just, in what I do, I just highlight others, and that's what it's about.
Yeah, and there's a lot of power to that. I mean, this whole show really is about that. It's a happy hour. If you're watching this show, ladies and gentlemen, make sure to subscribe, like, smash the likes, hit the notification bell, and subscribe when you do. Also tune in to the virtual happy hour experience. People like Chip are showcased here. And you are right, Chip. It's about showcasing what I say in this theme of the show is extraordinary drinks with extraordinary people. And I'm a huge fan of what you're doing here. So when is volume 3 out? Because we see here on this shared screen, you can see Amazon. You've got The Impact of Influence volume 1.
Yes, sir.
Now you have volume 2.
Yes.
When is volume 3 available on hardcover in particular? I always love hardcover myself.
Yeah, volume 3 will be dropped soon. So March 19th is our launch. It's our launch date. So we're launching that book, doing a bestseller run, and I'm really excited about it. Looking forward to it. The stories in the book will blow you away. I'm just going to tell you that. Just from all of the experiences I've been doing, in the process recently, finishing up the editing and all of those things. And it is truly like I'm in the book and it's blown me away.
That's cool. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
good on you, man. Like this is no easy feat. And obviously,
No.
do you still continue to coach, athletically speaking, too?
So and now I don't coach athletics anymore, but I do some life coaching. I speak, motivational speaking. I train. So uh, all things involved in giving back, and so I'm in the give back phase of my life. And so I'm just doing all things I want to make sure that when I leave this place and go visit the big man, that I've done everything that I could do to make this world a better place.
Yeah, and there's something I always say in this show at some point, usually towards the end of it. It's something I'm going to say now. Mahatma Gandhi, be the
Yeah.
change you want to be in this world and
Yeah.
magnify
Yes,
that
sir.
change. I mean, now more than ever, like I was listening to one of the women speak in that video earlier playing on YouTube where we're talking about what green, white, and purple is the color of women, justice.
Mhm.
I can't remember the other two. I think maybe equality or equity was in there. But we need to come together now more than ever. For me, true inclusion is the ending of strife and the division. You think even politics, and you say about this for a second, whether the Republican or Democrat, liberal, conservative, labor, conservative, whatever country we're in. And it seems to be a problem in everything we do. It's funny because I'm going to use the sports team analogy, and I know that you're a big fan of sports. It's fine to be competitive and be in a divisive mood when you're on the field actually playing the game in a different jersey. But in life, we shouldn't be wearing different jerseys because we have different belief systems or value systems, or we celebrate God differently, or we have a different religious ethos we grew up in. We need to unite now more than ever. And that is really, really important. I can't stress that enough. And it's really cool that, you come across like blessings like you on this earth, man, that come along and your mission is to bring unity through your coaching, through your book. You talk about influence. And really, would you not agree one of the key parts of that is unity?
Oh, without a shadow of a doubt. Unity, empathy, grace, forgiveness, knowing that, as I heard you explain all of that, just knowing that what came to heart for me is knowing that we all have value. I don't care who you are, regardless of the things that you've done or grown through or failures we've made, we all have some value, and the big man made us all a one of one. And so that right there shows you that, oh yeah, you're good enough. It's in you. It's in there. You just have to pull it out.
And it's funny because every successful person I've come across in life has said in some varying shape or form precisely what you're saying now. It is inside of you. And, for the message to the viewers, it is inside of you to find success. It's there. Shine, step up and step out, as I always like to say too, and embrace yourself with great people. Average people are easy to find. I challenge anyone here to just find extraordinary people and embrace those, because those are the people that will reach out. And, some of your most difficult times, they're the ones that are reaching up and reaching out to you and lifting you up.
Yeah. And really, I'm an acronym guy. And for me, I believe that your ROI determines your ROI. And then an inverse relationship, your ROI determines your ROI. And what I mean by that is your radar of influence determines your return on your investment, right? And then inversely, your return on what you invest into things determines your radar of influence. And so it's important to be intentional about that. Just like you said, it's important to be intentional about who you put yourself around. It's important to be intentional about investing in others and showing gratitude and doing those kind of things, because, not that you're doing it to receive benefits, but that all comes back to you when you do it with the pure heart and with good intentions.
You remind me of someone who was on the show earlier. His name's Lloyd Morrison. He played arena football, attended Fordham University in the Bronx. Had to struggle at one point. He was kicked off the team. Had to not only take 5 courses, which was a full load, he took 8 courses while training back to get into football. And he was working, and he managed to achieve it all by getting also on the honor roll of school at the same time. And he shares, you guys should connect on LinkedIn. You guys share a lot in common. He talks about the give back. He loves coaching. He now coaches kids. He coaches football. You guys have a common passion. And it's interesting because there's the common theme there to support all of humanity. We're going to wrap up soon. I want to bring up your profile here as well, because people need to reach out to you. They need to know who you are. LinkedIn's always a great basis point. I believe you're on, I think you are on, I'm trying to lose Instagram. That's what I meant to say. I believe you're on Instagram as well. But, this is, I'm just going to try and back out here again. I don't know what I'm doing with my feed. No, we don't want to be here. Hold on, Chip. I'm just going to bring you back up. For some reason, I had my profile, and I'm the last guy I want to showcase here today, and myself being a host of the show. But it's, it's great to just have you here. It's hilarious. But it's, there we go. So I have found you. This is awesome. Now we've got the share. It's just taking a moment to load up. But there you go, ladies and gentlemen. There he is, Chip Baker, the Success Chronicles. Greater Houston area. Reach out to him and connect. Chip, I'm going to have the description of everything in the show notes, how to reach you, how to get a hold of you, email, all those great things. You've been a tremendous guest, Chip. Thank you so much for being on the show. We're just going to stop this here. And the kind reminder is be the change you want to be. Thank you very much for being a sensational guest. This is Rob and Chip from The Drunken Coach.